Hey everyone, welcome to another video. We are starting off the video today at the mall where it is rather empty except for that mall security guard. So let's go ahead and get on out of here. As you can see, we are still rocking the stock exhaust right now, waiting for my new exhaust to come in from Barker's Performance. That's right, I got rid of my FMF and switched to a Barker. Test it out, see how it is, see what all the buzz is about. But with the current situation going on in the world, the shipping of it is delayed a little bit. But I explained all of that in my last video, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead, check it out. Go ahead and link it up top for you guys. But don't worry, in a few videos we should be getting it. That's not today's topic. Today's topic, this is, I guess, the final decision video for the next build of the channel. I made one probably, I think a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and on that list there was a Z400 fully built ported head cams, 60 horsepower, basically a race bike. My twist would be making it into a little bit of a scrambler, but of course keeping it as a track weapon as well. Then the two other options were FZ07s. The first FZ07 option was a Supermoto FZ07 swap. So we take a Supermoto chassis such as the XR650L with Supermoto wheels and tires, take the FZ07 motor and mate them together. And then the other option was also an FZ07 Supermoto, but we'd start with an FZ07, change up the body a bit. It basically have the ergonomics of a Supermoto and the looks. But today I present to you an update and also some ideas here, and I think I already know which idea I like the most, but I'm going to present them to you guys today so that way I can get your guys' opinions as to what you want to see. So let's go ahead and get into it. But before we get into the video, make sure you go down there, hit that subscribe button, get the bell on, because once we hit 1,000, we have a special announcement coming for the KLX, among other things. But it's going to be pretty exciting. I can't wait to do the next things to the KLX, but that's all I'm going to say. Can't give it away. But now, let's get into the video and the list. So the first bike on the list is my favorite option, and I'm pretty certain this is the one I want to go with, but let me know what you guys think. So my next build, I kind of want it to be a scrambler Supermoto type of build, but I want it to have the power of at least a 600cc bike. So kind of like a Ducati Hyper Motard, but not a Ducati Hyper Motard. So that bike is the FZ09. So of course it's not just going to be an FZ09, but we are going to make it look like a Supermoto, kind of like the FZ07 one that I showed in the last video, but it would have more power. And I kind of made the decision that ABS isn't too big of a deal, because I figure that I should learn how to brake properly and get really good expert level with braking without ABS. Also, another reason I like the FZ09 better is because the FZ07, there are a lot of builds out there already. Jake the Garden Snake, a couple of other people. So since the FZ07 won the last build video, I figured that the FZ09 would just be that much better. So that's why the FZ09 is now on the list, because when you go to look for them, some of them are actually cheaper than an FZ07. So that FZ09 is faster. It allowed me to do the track stuff that I want, and I could make it look kind of like a Supermoto, reminiscent of the Ducati Hyper Motard. Like I said, the FZ09 sounds really awesome with that triple, and it's a wheelie monster, which is a good thing. And it also would be a great bike to take on some trips to Seattle. Obviously not right now, but in the future, and to the beach and all that good stuff. So pretty much like the FZ07 Supermoto idea that I suggested, which a lot of you guys liked, and it was actually, I believe, the winner from the last video, but this time it's an FZ09 with more power. So that's the first option. That's the option I like the most, is the FZ07 Supermoto Hypermotard idea. So option number two. Option number two is the SFV 650 slash SV 650 from Suzuki. V-twin, great sound, but with that, here is the design I am thinking. Put it up for you guys right now. This design is basically a tracker scrambler. The bike you're seeing right there is actually a Suzuki V-Strom, which is actually the third option on the list. But the SFV and the SV650 are pretty similar to the V-Strom in terms of what the end product would be. The V-Strom has a little bit more suspension travel and ground clearance, I believe, so that would be a plus. And the V-Strom from 2007 and above has ABS, just like the SV650, but it's a little bit more common to find the V-Stroms with ABS. And out there are already threads about making a switch for the ABS, which is what I would do with all the other bikes if it had ABS. But the biggest thing about these two ideas is that it would have more suspension travel and more ground clearance, and they'd be a little bit lighter weight of a bike. And I mean, I think that tractor looks pretty sick. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I really want to make something that has kind of a supermoto ergonomic type of deal, so that way it's still good for track use and drag racing, and I want to get into a little bit of road course stuff eventually. So all these options would be great for that. And I'd have two sets of wheels, some dirt wheels and some street wheels, so that way I can hit some gravel roads and they'd all be great on the highway. I really like the idea of the FZ09 just because of the triple, the power it has. And the reason I like the FZ09 better than I do the FZ07 is because of the subframe. The subframe on the FZ09 is already flattened out a bit, like the FZ07. I'll put a bunch of pictures up here for my ideas with the FZ09. As you can see, all of them have good ground clearance, upright ergonomics, reminiscent of a supermoto. But the FZ09 has better looks than the FZ07 in my opinion. Has a little bit flatter of a subframe. Has some seats that can be made to reminisce a supermoto. And of course the power. The power is the big thing. I probably wouldn't be complaining much with 100 horsepower at the disposal of my right wrist. Of course, you guys see how I am with about 30 horsepower on this KLX. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I personally like the FZ09 the best. The Suzuki SV650 and the V-Strom, when I saw that, I'm like, wow, that's a pretty cool idea. So I figured I'd throw that on the list too. It'd be a really versatile bike. That's the thing with the SV650 slash V-Strom build. Building that tracker, the picture I showed you, they didn't have to do any subframe modifications. All they had to do was basically change the body up of that bike. So like I said, it'd have great ergonomics, great versatility in the ground clearance and the suspension travel. So hey, another great option. From the first list, I still do like the idea of the Z400. It was popular, but not as popular as a bigger bike build such as the FZ07. Macy's shut down. They got the cages behind the door. Parking garage is empty. No brap noises today. That's alright. Once we get that Barker exhaust on here, we will certainly be causing some havoc in this parking garage. So, I think that is going to be the end of the video though. Let me know what you guys think of the new options, I personally like the FZ09 the best. Out of all the options I've suggested in this video and in the past, I think it would offer the most versatility, be able to take it to the track, make a supermoto, hypermotard, off-road machine with it for attacking some gravel roads. But of course, I am making this video to see what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments below for this final decision video before I actually reveal a new bike build. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also share it to your friends and those who may enjoy it. And of course, hit that subscribe button. We are on the countdown to 1,000, and a special announcement for the KLX, among other things. But with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm the motherfucker.